Hello foreign friends, this is JR from JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services, and we're gonna talk about the Philippine visas and immigration facts. On this episode, we're gonna talk about the spousal visa. So, on our previous episode, we have given you the options on what are the common visas that are applied here by our foreign friends, especially when they wanted or they have decided to stay here in the Philippines. One of those common visas which is issued by the Bureau of Immigration is what we call spousal visa. So the spousal visa is a visa that being granted to a foreigner by virtue of their marriage. Now, commonly used term is what we call 13A. 13A that will be divided into two. 13A probationary and 13A amendment. So 13A will apply for those nationalities being categorized under EO 408, meaning those are non-visa required foreign nationals that upon entry to the Philippines, they will be given 30 days visa entry and then they will be allowed to stay here in the maximum of 36 months or 3 years. Those are the nationalities that will be categorized on that 13A. Now, that EO 408 was mainly focusing on the diplomatic relationship between your country and the Philippines in itself. Now, there is also what we call TRV. TRV or MCL will apply for those nationalities that are actually required to have a Philippine visa upon entry. One of those is for Indian nationals. So Indian nationals, TRV is applicable. This is what we call the temporary residence visa. So as you may see, there are differences already with the terminologies that was used by the Philippine immigration. On top of that, there's also a Philippine visa, Philippine tourist visa upon entry for the Chinese. Chinese will be categorized under MCL. So there's actually a number with that. I just need you to focus on the three terminologies: 13A, TRV, and MCL. So those refers the visa by virtue of your marriage to a Filipino citizen. Now let's go back to 13A. 13A is classified into two, probationary and amendment. Probation, which is valid for 12 months initially, because the Bureau of Immigration wanted to make sure that the marriage in itself is legal, not arranged. So, before the probationary or the 12-month period will expire, you need to file on what we call the 13A amendment, meaning it is the conversion from probationary to permanent. So thereafter, those are the two distinctions of that particular 13A probationary and 13A permanent. So after you have your 13A permanent, then you will have that visa as long as your marriage is still in place. Now for TRB, it may be the different story because there would be a TRB for probationary period for 12 months. Then it will be also converted into a permanent one, but subjective or it depends on the nationality itself. For the Indian and other nationalities that are applicable for TRV, they will be required a number of years, either 3 or 5. They're gonna redo and apply their visa again, the same set, because those are the regulations as set forth by the Bureau of Immigration. Now for the MCL, it's also the same. So those are the major differences between 13A, TRV, and MCL. So those are the distinction of the spousal visa. So at the end of the day, those are still visas that you can avail by virtue of your marriage to a Filipino citizen. Should you have any verification, please feel free to comment below on this video. And if you need verification, you can also send us an email so that we can attend your clarifications along the way. And we will be discussing the other visa options apart from your spousal visa on our next video. And before we move forward to that, please do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you will be notified on our latest video. With that being said, thank you foreign friends, and see you on our next episode.